The capital of Spain has some of the grandest and richest attractions in the world, a modern metropolis packed with the essence of Spain. While Madrid may no longer have the traditional Spanish charm like Barcelona, it is still bursting at the seams with great tourist stops and an endless array of Golden Age Spain architecture. Madrid has become a social hub filled with cafes and nightlife, the city constantly bustling with activity and the to and fro of people. Madrid has so much to offer for tourists and locals alike who want to immerse themselves in the now and then of Spain. If you're traveling to Madrid or still planning to, we suggest you make it a point to experience the city at night. Before then, there is so much to look at in the daytime. As much as it is now a tourist destination fit for the modern world, it still boasts the roots with its array of historical monuments and museums that have forever encased Spain and all its glory. If you want to get a taste of what Spain is and see what it used to be, then you are in for a treat. Number 10. Basilica di San Francisco el Grande. Built in 1761 by Carlos III on the plot of land occupied by a primitive Franciscan friary that was founded by St. Francis of Assisi himself in 1217, the Basilica di San Francisco el Grande is one of the symbols that still show the devotion of the Spanish people to the church. The basilica was built following a neoclassical architectural plan, modeled after the Church of Santa Maria in Rome. It contains paintings by Zurbarán and Francisco Goya. The church museum also has religious art and artifacts on display. Basilica di San Francisco el Grande once functioned as a national pantheon that housed the remains of famous artists and politicians. It is reportedly the fourth biggest dome in Europe, with its more circular-shaped dome that was uncommon among typical 18th century domes. Today, it is one of the most important tourist stops in Madrid. If you want to bask in a religious historical experience, then the Basilica shouldn't be forgotten on your list. Number 9. Fuente di Segres. This neoclassical fountain in the center of the Plaza de Segres was sculpted by Francisco Gutierrez and Roberto Michel in 1780 as commissioned and designed by Ventura Rodriguez. The sculpture in the middle of the fountain, made of Monte Claros white marble, is a representation of deity Cybele. It is the site where the fans of the national football team Real Madrid go to celebrate the team's success. The sculpture was moved to its current location and orientation in 1895. In 1994, the goddess lost a hand in the midst of the celebration of a victory of the national team. She lost one of her hands again on September 2002. The fountain and the sculpture in it have become one of the icons of Madrid. It's a stop you simply cannot skip. Number 8. Gran Via. If New York has Broadway, then Madrid has the Gran Via. Directly translating to Great Way, Gran Via Street is a street in central Madrid that connects Calle de Alcalá to Plaza de Cibeles and Plaza de España. The street is lined with hotels and large movie theaters since the late 2000s. Some of the movie theaters have been replaced by shopping centers, and the street has now become one of the city's most important shopping areas. Although Gran Via is a bustling place of modern society, it was meant to showcase 20th century revival architecture with styles ranging from Vienna Secession style to Plateresque. Some of the most notable buildings that stand in Gran Via are Casa del Libro, Cine Avenida, Teatro Fontalba, and Telefonica, among others. If you just want to stroll while still being enveloped in the beauty of Spain, then you can go down the Gran Via. Number 7. El Rastro Market. The Sunday flea market of Madrid, where more than 1,000 street vendors have been a local tradition for over 400 years, set up along the La Ribera de Curtidores, stalls of various objects are sold to locals and tourists alike. You can get anything at El Rastro, from kitchen utensils, clothes, and furniture to accessories, jewelry, and even comic books. It is an important stop you have to make if you are planning to go to Madrid over the weekend. Number 6. Museo Nacional de Prado. The Spanish National Art Museum houses the world's finest collection of European art. It was founded as a museum of paintings and sculptures in 1819. It is home to art dating back to the 12th century. The museum is one of the most visited art sites in the world and is considered to be one of the greatest art museums in the world. Museo Nacional de Prado currently has about 8,200 drawings, 7,600 paintings, and 4,800 prints, and 1,000 sculptures. If you are an art enthusiast, then visiting one of the museums with the biggest collections is just right. Liking the video so far? Then please like the video. Also, check out our new Instagram page at JInfluencer for daily travel content. Number 5. Buen Retiro Park. One of the largest parks in Madrid, the Buen Retiro Park, is a National Cultural Heritage Site. It used to belong to the Spanish monarchy until the late 19th century when it was open to the public. Gardens, statues, monuments, galleries, and even an artificial lake can be found in the park grounds. It also has venues that can host a variety of events. Buen Retiro Park is quite literally a breath of fresh air in the middle of the bustling Spanish city. Number 4. Museo Nacional Centro de Arte Reina Sofía. Officially inaugurated on September 10, 1992, and named after Queen Sofia, the Museo Nacional Centro de Arte Reina Sofía is Spain's national home to 20th century art. Mainly dedicated to Spanish art, the exhibit highlights collections of two of the largest artists of the 20th century, Pablo Picasso and Salvador Dali. The museum's most famous painting has to be the Guernica by Picasso in 1937. Along with his wide collection of art, the Museo Nacional Centro de Arte Reina Sofía also has temporary national and international exhibitions, making it one of the world's largest museums for the modern and contemporary art. The museo has a free access library with a collection of 100,000 books, over 3,500 recordings, and almost 1,000 videos all about art. What better way to enjoy and revel in the Spanish spirit than being surrounded by art made by its very people? Number 3. Puerto del Sol. Named after the sun emblem on the city's old gate, which formerly stood where the square is now, Puerto del Sol is one of the best known and busiest places in the city. It aligns with the rising sun and contains the famous clocks that mark the traditional eating of 12 grapes during the new year. The square is also referred to as Kilometer Zero, as it is the point from which all distances on the Spanish national roads are measured. Many historical events have happened in Puerto del Sol, one of which is the Spanish resistance to Napoleon in 1808. Nowadays, however, the square is one of the city's center for enjoyment. With its shops and cafes, Puerto del Sol is still Madrid's busiest square to date. Number 2. Plaza Mayor. The Plaza Mayor was first built during the reign of Philip III in 1617 and finished in 1619. Only a few blocks away from Puerto del Sol, it used to be the center of Old Madrid. Plaza Mayor was once used as the main market. The square was also the venue for bullfights, performances, tournaments, and even the proclamation of the new king and canonization of saints. The current facade and appearance of Plaza Mayor is due to a fire in 1790. To this day, Plaza Mayor continues to be the host of important events in Madrid. The square, with its cobblestones, is surrounded by cafes and restaurants. It is a famous meeting place and hangout place for locals and a must-go for tourists. Number 1. Palacio Rio de Madrid. The official residence of the Spanish royal family is located in the heart of Madrid. Although now it is used for state ceremonies, the Palacio Rio de Madrid is the largest royal palace in Europe. The palace is so large that only a few rooms are on the visitor route. The route is changed every few months, however, so each one of those rooms will be visited eventually. Except during state functions. The palace is open to the public and people are charged an admission fee of €13, but at certain times they are free. The interior boasts of its wealth in art, constructed with a variety of fine quality materials. The inside of the Palacio contains paintings by the likes of Caravaggio and Goya, along with other preserved historical artifacts. The palace was constructed facing the Plaza de la Armeria with rusticated stone. The upper story used to be circled with sculptures of saints and kings, but those were relocated to give the building a more classical look during the reign of King Charles III. When visiting Madrid, you simply cannot let a tour of the palace slip. If there is anything that screams Spanish culture, then it is the home of the heads of the state. There are so many tourist destinations in the city of Madrid, but these are the most famous ones that are on top of everybody's list. You can add a few more that fancy your eyes, but if you're unsure of where to go, then these sites will surely give you the full experience of Spain's capital city. Do you have a favorite activity in Madrid? Let us know which one your favorite is and why. Guys, also like the video and subscribe to the channel for more updates.